Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing another experience with you guys. This was a very touching experience. It happened to us in the year 2018, in November to be exact. So my baby girl is a rainbow baby because yes, I had miscarriage in 2018, and it was a very tough experience to go through because we were in a very bad place after, it happened and stuff. It was very difficult to deal with because we were so happy that we had actually, found out and stuff. And yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys how that happened. I was still in school at the time. I was going to this nursing school or whatever. After I had just found out that I was pregnant, a couple days later I started spotting, and after being so excited and telling everybody already, I was a month and some change, and then I started spotting, and they would say, or I would ask for advice and stuff, and they would say, sometimes it can be normal, so don't worry too much about it, and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. And then one day I woke up in the morning to go to school, and class for me, I can't even remember what time it started, but I guess I could say maybe it was, I remember it being like 10, I think 10 o'clock when class started, 10 in the morning. So I was getting ready for school, and I already wasn't feeling good, like, because I was spotting. I was like stressing because I'm like, what if something is wrong or whatever? Why didn't I go to the hospital or like the clinic, or I don't know? Well, because I had heard that, it was normal, so I wasn't trying to stress myself too much about it because I didn't want anything bad to happen I didn't want to be the cause of it happening. So because I'm like stressing and thinking about it. So that morning I just woke up and I wasn't feeling it. Like I was just feeling, upset or whatnot. And yeah, so I wasn't feeling good. So I woke up. To wake myself up, I went and I took a shower. So while I'm in the shower, I'm noticing that, and that morning that I woke up, I noticed that I had been bleeding a little more than just spotting. So I decided to call my mom, and I'm like, hey mom, like, I really don't feel well. This and this has happened. Do you think I should still go to school, or do you think I should just stay home and rest? And and she's like, no. She said, you know what, just go to school so that you can be occupied, and so that you won't think about it as much, and to keep your mind off it, go to school and try to have a good day. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to school. But before I left, my grandparents are very religious. My grandparents on my mom's side. So I called my grandma and I'm like, hey grandma, I don't remember if she knew that I was pregnant, but I asked her, I said, can you please like pray for me and pray for my baby? Like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to me or my baby. Like, and I know that you guys have way more faith than I do. Like, can you guys please pray for me? Because I just felt their faith is stronger. Maybe I just had hope. So I said, grandma, can you please? And my grandma's like, yes, but just know that if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. Like, and you can't do anything about it. Just don't feel down or anything. There's always, you have a whole life to live. There's always other chances. And I'm like, okay. So I ended up going to school. When I get to school, I'm already like, so I get to school, I'm late. And at my school, we used to like practice drawing blood on each other, giving injections to each other. It was a medical assistant of school, so assistant of school. It was a medical assistant class that I was taking. So I walk in and everybody's drawing each other's blood, and there's this girl and she doesn't have a partner yet. So I'm like, I'll volunteer, you know, because I'm not feeling good. And, you know, just I'll volunteer because I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I sit down, she draws my blood, and it's a few minutes before our break. So I don't know if she was rushing or what the case was, but she ended up messing up. So she messed up drawing my blood, and I don't like to watch when they draw my blood as it is. And I've heard that it's not good to watch while they draw your blood when you're pregnant because, you know, yeah. So I forgot the exact reason why, but she drew my blood, she messed up. So I look and there's blood everywhere. And so my instructor comes, she's like telling her like, hey, like, I guess she was complaining about what she did wrong. So she was letting her know what she did wrong, and she was like, hey, like, you know, like, they all knew that I was pregnant. So I guess that was probably a little bit more of why she was being, you know, over the top. So then it's time for break. Everybody starts walking out, and I'm waiting, cleaning up, and then I start feeling super lightheaded, and my vision blurred, like it just went white, and I couldn't see anything. So I'm like, hold on, like I'm getting lightheaded. And they call the instructor, and the instructor's like, hey, like, are you okay, whatever. And I'm like, no, like I can't really see. And then I start feeling like, you know, super lightheaded, like I'm about to faint. And then she tells someone, bring me some water or something. And then they bring water. She's like, here, drink it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm drinking the water. My vision comes back, and then I get nauseous, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I gotta throw up. And I stand up, but I can't keep my balance. I'm like, she's like, be careful. And she like grabbed me, and then I went to the trash can. There was a trash can like 2 feet away from me, a big trash can. So I threw up in the trash can, and it was like TMI, but it was like nothing but like really yellow acid. I don't know, acidic. I don't know, but it was like really yellow and acidy throw up. TMI, but yeah, that's how it was. And then while I'm throwing up, and after I throw up, I'm like, I feel like I have to use the restroom. And then she's like, okay, let's go, like I'll walk with you. So I'm walking to the restroom. The restroom is like way down the hall, on the other side of our hallway. So I'm walking down the hall with her, and I can still barely keep my balance. So I'm walking to the restroom, walk in the restroom, and I feel like I need to use it, but it turns out, you know, I just felt something like, you know, like TMI, but girls, when you're on your period and you feel like a clot come out, that's how it felt. And at that moment, I like start bawling out in tears, and I get up, you know, I flush, and then I walk out, and I'm like, you know what? I tell my instructor, because she's right there waiting for me to make sure like I'm okay and stuff when I get out. So I get out, and I'm like, I think, yeah. And she looks at me, and she's like, oh my god. And I'm like, yeah. And then I started having like really, really strong pain, like cramps, but like really strong. I can't explain it because I kind of don't remember, but I was just having really bad pains. So I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, could you come for me? Like, I think, you know, that just happened and stuff. And she's like, okay, like I'm on my way. So my mom came all the way to my school from her job, and I was in Gardena, and my mom was in Huntington Beach. My boyfriend was at work at the time. I did call him, and I told him, you know, I think I had a miscarriage. And he was like, I guess he didn't know how to take it. He was like, don't say that. Like, if you don't know that that's what it was, don't say that that happened. And I don't know what. But he was pretty bummed out too. And once my mom was gonna take long, and I knew she was gonna take long. So I called my boyfriend's mom, and I'm like, hey, can you guys come get me? And bring me to the house. And I'm crying like outside in the parking lot, like waiting for them to come get me. And I guess they were grocery shopping or something. So once they were done, or like, you know, they came as soon as they could. So they got there for me. I was crying, I was in so much pain. My mom got to the house for me. I was living with my boyfriend at the time, so my mom got to the house for me. She took me with her. She took me to the hospital. Sorry about the noise in the background, you guys, it's the shower. So I went to the hospital, and there at the hospital, they drew my blood early that day, and they counted my HCG levels, my blood levels, my HCG levels. It's like pregnancy hormones, so they counted it. They looked at the count, and then they told me, okay, so really right now it looks like, oh, it could have been a miscarriage. Go home and come back this day, and we're gonna draw your blood again because we're not sure. They took me in to get ultrasounds and stuff, and they didn't see anything, but the ultrasound technician can't really discuss that with you. It has to be the doctor that does. So the doctor said, just go home and, you know, come back this day. We're gonna draw your blood again and look at your HCG levels again. If they went down, it means it was a miscarriage. If they went up, or if they're higher, it means, you know, you're still pregnant or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Went home, and still we just, you know, didn't know. But I know what I felt, you know, and I felt like it's what happened. So I went back. They drew my blood again, and it turned out my HCG levels were like really low. So the doctor said, so yeah, like it was a miscarriage. And then I'm like, okay. So he's like, it should take like a couple days for your HCG levels to go all the way down, but they did lower, so it means you did have a miscarriage. And then I was like, okay, you know, like there's nothing I can do about it. But I was pretty upset and stuff. Sorry, I'm over here picking my nose. But yeah, I was pretty upset. I was really upset. Like, I cried about it and stuff. My boyfriend, you know, he cried and stuff too. He was really upset because we were both really excited when I had found out, because honestly I hadn't been, you know, taking care of myself for a while, because we were actually trying, like, and it just wouldn't happen. And then eventually it ended up happening, and we were super happy because it happened, and that turned out to be, you know. But yeah, that's that. But now I have my rainbow baby, and I had her on Christmas. And you know what's so crazy? I had my baby on the 25th, and 2 days before, on the 23rd, I was in the car on my way back home, and I look up in the sky, and there's like a big old rainbow, and the rainbow's like super complete and super clear. Like, you can just see it like from one end to the other, like in the sky. It was so beautiful. And I got super happy when I saw it, and me not even thinking like, oh, my rainbow baby's coming. I swear I did not think that till the other day that I was here having a conversation with one of my friends, and she was like, so she's your rainbow baby. And after she said that, I remembered the rainbow that I saw 2 days before I gave birth to my daughter, and I was like, wow, like I didn't even think of that, you know. And yeah, 2 days after I saw that rainbow, I had my baby girl. And I got super excited when I saw it. Like, I called everybody. I called my boyfriend, and I'm like, babe, you see it? And I don't know what. And I was so excited about a rainbow, and not even I knew why. Like, it was just so beautiful to me. So I even FaceTimed my sister, and I was like, take a screenshot. Like, take a screenshot. And I called my mom. My mom was on her way home from work, and I'm like, Mom, do you see the rainbow? And she's like, yeah, I could see it. She said, but I can't see it too clear from where I'm at and stuff like that. But I was so excited. But yeah, you know, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes a lot of things, you know, you can't do much about. So that was my miscarriage experience. I hope you guys enjoy watching my videos, and if you do, be sure to subscribe. And if you have, well, yeah, be sure to subscribe. And if you have already, thank you so much for the support. I keep looking this way, I don't know why. Like, I'm just like thinking a lot about, you know, about it like happening and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't clicked that little notification bell, click it so that I can inform you every time that I upload a video. And if you haven't subscribed to my boyfriend's channel, go ahead and subscribe, you know, show some love, show some support. even if you're not interested in like being fit or whatever, tell people about it, you know, that are, or that you think are. Let your mans know about it. Any family members, friends that might be interested, let them know. Share the link with them and have them subscribe to his channel. And if you're lovely enough and you think other people would enjoy watching my videos, let them know about it too. Again, I'm sorry for the noise in the background, but yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.